Celine Songs follow up to her Oscar-nominated film Past Lives, released in theaters this past weekend. It's called The Materialists, and I saw it yesterday. Now, normally I'm not the type of person to be a fan of romantic movies, fan of dating movies, because they're just not my thing. I'm a guy. Typically, they're just not my thing. And plus, I don't have a girlfriend or anything. But this one, after I saw the trailer, seemed to be more interesting, more unique than the other ones. And it had Chris Evans, Pedro Pascal, and Dakota Johnson in it, so I was like, okay, I'm kind of interested, so I went with my grandma to see it yesterday. Before I tell you my opinions on it, please make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell, and comment down below what are your opinions on The Materialist. Would love to know all that and more. And with that said, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of this genre. This movie was great. This is a top 5 movie of the year so far for me. I absolutely loved this movie. It is just such a great modern look into the modern dating life. As someone who struggled to find a girlfriend, still doesn't have a girlfriend, a lot of themes that explored in this movie were kind of made for me, which is a really interesting direction, fantastic cast, and some very solid emotions, and it kind of even took a little bit of a specific twist to the genre, where this was not the movie I was expecting at all. A lot of people have been saying that the trailer is very different from what we actually get in the movie. That is 110% true. You'd think that the main focus of the movie is about this love triangle between Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, Pedro Pascal. And that is a pretty huge part of the movie. The main movie is about something else. No spoilers, obviously, but the main movie has a different plot, has a more unique plot, and it's just a great look into the dating life. Everything that was explored in this movie has its themes straight, its priorities straight, and was just really, really effective in the film as well. Talking about the cast now, Dakota Johnson, not really the greatest actress in my opinion. I thought she was good in here. She was solid in this movie, but still doing the Dakota Johnson thing to where I don't think she's a great actress. Chris Evans, I love Chris Evans and everything he's in, even like Red 1 from last year. I get that a lot of people think that he's terrible in that movie just because of the movie itself. I'm a big Chris Evans fan, so I liked him in that movie. And, you know, when we get him in great movies like Knives Out, where he actually gets to show his acting skills, he's great. This is another one of those movies. Chris Evans is great in this movie, alongside Pedro Pascal, who is also great in this movie. Pedro Pascal can definitely act, man. He is so good at playing all these certain characters and completely owning it. Whether it's Joel from Last of Us, whether it's Mr. Fantastic, whether it's this character, every character he is kind of just takes me away to his different version. I think he's a great actor. But back to Chris Evans, man, he really works in this movie. He's a really good actor, so he is amazing in this movie as well. The direction by Celine Songs, the script is really good. A lot of the shots in this movie literally are just big, long one-er sequences. Like the camera's just forefront, you see the two characters, and they're just talking. And when a movie's like that, it's either gonna make my mind go places if it's not intriguing dialogue, if I'm not getting invested in the movie, or it's gonna make me be like, this is really good dialogue, it's exploring something. The latter was correct. The dialogue in this movie is phenomenal. The script, very well done. Again, combined with the story, the dialogue, and the performances, this is a very well-made film that explores themes that are very well made. So The Materialists was a movie that I fell in love with, man. It's not really a movie for me, but for some reason I felt this one would be different, and I was right. This one was different. It really, 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 really works. It just, even with the story, you don't expect it to explore the themes it does as we enter the middle of the movie and then heading to the end of the movie, but it does. And it's really good. It's really, really good for that. And so I just loved The Materialist. I thought it was just a phenomenal movie. Celine Songs was great, and I definitely think this movie definitely deserves some Oscar love come Oscar season. Trying to think if I had any problems with the movie. I don't think so. Maybe the fact that one or two sequences weren't completely investing, but that's about it. This was a movie, very modern look into dating, very effective modern look into dating, and it's just a movie that, from start to finish, had me invested with a great story that I loved. And it is a top 5 movie of the year, and it is certainly probably going to be a top 10 movie of the year for me. Before I give you my final score, please make sure to subscribe, the like button, hit the bell, and comment down below what are your opinions on Celine Songs, The Materialists. I would love to know all that and more. And with that said, great writing, great direction, great performances, and a great modern look at dating. This movie was everything I was hoping it would be, and it was really, really works. I think I'm going to give Celine Songs, The Materialist, an A. I'm going to hold back that A+ margin just because of maybe the one or two sequences that didn't quite work for me. But still, this movie was phenomenal. Highly recommend you check this one out in theaters or at home. Depends on what you like. If you're like me and you don't like romance movies, I get it. You're still probably going to love this one because this one really worked. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. Stay tuned for a How to Train Your Dragon ranking coming soon. And with that said, subscribe.